Sit. Very nice. Nope. Sits. Good. Sits. Okay. Good job. Good job, buddy. Good job. Hi everyone, I'm Joe Secreti from Maximum Canine and welcome to our Foundations of Success training series. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on all our socials, and leave any questions in the comments below. Let's get into it. Have you ever felt frustrated trying to teach your dog something new, only for them to completely ignore you? Or maybe you're not sure how and when to reward them so they really get it. If you've been struggling with this, you're not alone. And the good news is there's a simple solution. In today's video, we're going to demonstrate how we use the marker system in our dog training foundation. The system provides clear communication with your dog, builds trust, and helps them learn faster than ever before. Our marker system in dog training focuses on strategically managing the environment to set the dog up for success. We prioritize using yes markers and release markers to reinforce positive behavior and introduce no markers only when the dog is ready. The goal is to maintain momentum with lots of success before introducing feedback for unwanted behavior, ensuring a positive and supportive learning experience. This system fosters trust, strengthens the relationship between dog and the handler, and encourages clear communication throughout the training process. The dog will learn how to handle both wanted and unwanted behaviors, even in bigger distractions or less controlled environments. As the dog progresses, the controlled environment gradually decreases, allowing them to make decisions, learn from mistakes, and build confidence. This process strengthens their ability to manage challenges while deepening the trust and the bond between the dog and the handler. Okay, as we're going through this video, there's gonna be some terminology I'm gonna be using. If you're not familiar with it, we're gonna go over it right now. We do use continuous markers, which are a significant cue that signals the dog is doing the right behavior. We use yes, sometimes we use a clicker. Clicker just marks the unique sound to say you are doing the right behavior, same as yes. That's gonna be followed by some variable reinforcement, petting, praising, food, football, tug, toy. We'll also use terminal markers, which tells the dog that the behavior is complete and now you can engage with the handler. And our training system is very important that when the dog understands they're done with the behavior, that the value is coming from us. So I want a lot of interaction there. We also have incorrect behavior marker. Typically I'll say nope or no. And that's just telling the dog, hey, that's the unwanted behavior. We need to make sure the dog understands that when something's wanted, we can be sincere and clear with the dog. But also when it's unwanted behavior, we need to be clear. They need to be fair. We need to be honest with the dog. We use variable reward, like I said before. Variable reward is just taking random things as values and plugging them into the system randomly. So maybe I'll use food, toy, play, social interaction. Positive reinforcement obviously is adding something to signal that it is a value. It means you're doing something well. Negative reinforcement is actually removing pressure. So if there's a leash pressure on a dog and they do the right behavior, removing that pressure is negative reinforcement. Positive punishment is adding something unpleasant to the training. Obviously if a dog did something wrong and we marked it and then we made some loud noise or there was a leash correction somewhere. Negative punishment, which we'll do a lot in our training, especially in markers, is withholding a value. So the dog does not get paid if they do the wrong behavior. So we'll say no and then not give the reward, but then we'll reset the dog and say, hey, let's do it again, to give them the opportunity to get to the value. So we have a breakdown of how we do that in our training scale. We have the command, it's forward classical conditioning. So it means the command is coming first and that drives the next action. The dog has to be productive. So if the dog does the sit, let's say they sit here, the dog is productive. We mark yes. After the yes is following variable reinforcement. Say that money sign, it's petting, praising, social interaction, feel good. And we're expecting a level of duration there. So that level of duration is gonna signal the dog is doing the behavior to the complete task and then releasing. We're gonna use our okay marker there, you're free or break, whatever we're looking to do. And after that break is a higher value. So there's gonna be more petting, more praising, maybe a game of tug, maybe game of catch or fetch. We're gonna mix that up there. So as the dog is progressing up this ladder and increasing distance, duration, distraction, we're gonna eventually find where the dog is gonna fail. So we're taking a lot of momentum of success and finding the first line of failure, which is very important to mark that. So if the dog doesn't do the sit correctly, we're gonna give a nope or no or whatever signal you're saying there. X is gonna be negative punishment. We're not gonna give money there. We're gonna hold it back. So it's gonna create some anxiety for the dog. Says, okay, that's wrong. I didn't get the reward. And then we're gonna deliver the command again. But give the dog the option right here, right now to perform the sit again. Process of elimination, if the dog is in the right state of mind and predicting the next move, the dog will perform the behavior. We're gonna go yes, and then we're gonna mark the okay and have a party. And this is our marker system, how we do foundation training for all our dogs, whether it be pet dogs, puppies, advanced training dogs, sport dogs, working canines. It's all the same foundation. And just obviously as we progress with the dog determines at what level we're gonna go to with them. Let's break these down. The continuous marker is our way of saying great job. It lets the dog know exactly what they did right. It's immediately followed by a reward, which reinforces the behavior. The terminal marker tells your dog they're free to disengage from the behavior and they're invited to engage with the handler and have quality time together. It's an important marker to use to ensure they understand that wanted behavior is complete. And finally, the incorrect marker helps us communicate when a behavior is unwanted. It's a clear and consistent cue that tells the dog that's not what we want here and don't expect a reward. Then we must reissue a command to redirect our dog to the proper behavior. Okay guys, we're going to demonstrate today with Gino. He's about a 14-week-old Rottweiler puppy. He has some basic introduction to marker systems. Obviously he's not super advanced, only a baby. So we're going to start utilizing him to showcase how we do things and how we introduce the marker system. I like to do everything on a place board just to condition a certain learning environment for him so he understands on this environment there's always something cool happening. So I really want him being attentive and predicting the next move. I'm going to use some food with him to start and probably some tug a little bit. So when we give our command, I'm going to tell him just up for now, up. He does it. I'm going to showcase the continuous marker, yes. With some food will follow. Also some good boy, some petting. So there's a lot of variable values happening there when we talk about variable values. And then the release cue is significant. Okay. I create a little prey drive, a little movement, because I want him to say, wow, that feels really good. Dad moves, it ignites prey in the dog. He then launches off the place board and then back to value, right? So we're using commands, he does the behavior. We use a continuous marker, yes, or a clicker if you're using a clicker. Following that is gonna be some variable value, petting, praising, emotion, and then expecting some level of duration, and then the release cue. So we're gonna do it again. Gino sits. Yes, good boy. Good boy is my value. If he gets up, I'm gonna tell him no. That's where I would use no, that's the wrong choice. Sit, yes, good boy. Little praise, little petting. Okay, good boy, yeah, you're a good boy. And then there I'll bring out maybe a little tug to play with him a little bit. Ah, yeah, good boy. That's a good boy. So again, I'm always bringing different values. It's super important. I don't want to just think I'm a food dispenser or I only have toys or I only just pet them. Everything good comes from me. Good job, pal. Good job. Yeah, good boy. Oh, good boy. And I want him to get to the point where he says, wow, this game with Dad's really awesome. I'd like to continue with it. See if he wants to continue. Gino, come on, buddy. Bring it here. Good boy. Here you go. Good job, pal. Good boy. Good job. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to command and we're gonna expect a little bit longer duration. Gino, please. Sit. So in my head, I'm counting duration of time. Yes, good boy. I'm marking yes, and then I'm going for the value. Sit, reconfirming the commands. A little bit longer. Okay. Good boy, yeah, you're a good boy. So there what's happening, he understands that I'm waiting, he's building up some drive. I'm capping it by doing obedience. I'm releasing him, which is releasing that drive and saying, yeah, let's integrate now. Yes, good boy. You wanna do it again? Sit, good sit. Verbally, I'm cueing the dog. Yes, good boy. Okay. Good boy, yeah, you're a good boy. Good job, good boy, good boy. So there we're using our command, our yes marker, variable value, petting, praising, our release cue, and having the party. And as you can see, he's understanding that when I give him the release, he's ready to engage. He's not looking to go somewhere else. He says, Dad, I want to integrate with you, and that's what we're doing. So now he's proactively saying, yeah, this was awesome. Let me do it again. So I want to keep setting this up and progressing up this ladder, making sure we're increasing distance, duration, distraction in every signal that we're teaching him, but we're taking it in incremental steps. So as time goes on, if we're successful here, we'll push to this next level. If Gino decides to fail at some point in time, which he might, we're gonna bring in the, hey, that's the wrong choice marker, and then reconfirm the command again. Gino, up, good. Sit, So now we're gonna expect the level of duration, and I wanna show him what happens when he fails. It's super important, so he knows how to deal with failure, because life is about showing the next level of success, but the next level of success creates another line of failure, and then we push through to the next level. Good boy. No, it's give him no signal. Don't reward him. I tell him to go back to his spot, place. I need you to sit. Sit, good boy. Now his wheels are turning. Maybe I shouldn't break that behavior. No, sit. And he's gonna be proactive because he wants to do the behavior, right? Super proactive here. He says, I want to do something. No matter what he does there, if he breaks behavior, he jumps on me, pushes at me, barks, cries, I can't give him what he's looking for. I can only reward the wanted behavior. And I'll help him because he's a baby. Sit. Yes, good boy. So my verbal cues are imperative to help him understand how to get through this. Good boy. Nope. So again, allowing failure to happen. Go to place. Sit. Yes, good boy. Expect the level of duration. Sit. Help him. Good boy. Sit. Good job. Okay. Good boy. That's a good boy, buddy. That's a good boy. Very nice, Gino. That's a good boy. And again, my value is not just petting, not just praising, not just food, but having time together here, which is imperative. Again, I'll give him some food too. Good boy, buddy. Good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. So again, everything we're doing is always taking baby steps, progressing, and expecting the next level, but make sure we're fluent, prior position, before we advance to the next level. And every time we're training, I always like to use high value items, obviously. I don't want to be sitting there with skimpy little things. Today we're using Arnita's beef cookies, which he loves them. It's like dog crack for him. We'll use HST tugs, which again, all valuable stuff is what I'm trying to imprint behavior on. I don't want to be sitting here giving him pennies of things. I want to make sure the reward is super rewarding, and I'm the common denominator for that reward. And then he'll look at me as the value, not just does he have food, or does he have a treat, or does he have a tug. Sits. Good. Sits. Sits. Nope. Sits. Sits. Good boy. Sits. Sits. Nope. Sits. Okay. Good job. Good job, buddy. Good job. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah, you good boy. Place. Up. Place. Sits. Sits. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, you good boy. That's a good boy. By using these three markers consistently, we create a clear system of communication with the dog. The yes marker tells them they've done something right, the release marker gives them a clear endpoint, and the no marker helps them understand what to avoid. This consistency not only helps speed up the learning process, but also builds trust between you and your dog. They'll always know where they stand and what's expected of them. Clear, consistent communication is the key. Now that you know the basics of our foundation marker system, you're ready to take your dog training to the next level. By using clear and consistent markers, you'll be able to train your dog faster and more effectively. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more dog training tips from Maximum Canine. See you the next time.